Hi, Angel.
Hello, hello, hello.
We were having such a great conversation. I had to get this part for everyone else.
Good.
You said something so vital, so important. You talk about how people are afraid to let go. So,
Mhm.
Angel, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, and what you do your work?
Okay. So my name is Angel Charmaine Wright. I am an author. I write under the pseudonym of Angel Charmaine. I am also what I like to call an inspirational conversationalist. I inspire people through conversations. I believe that conversations help to build resiliency in people and help them to get through some things. I believe that we'll have less people battling depression and cutting themselves and hurting themselves if we can get back to sharing and actually conversing with one another. And I'm also a teacher. I like to call myself an empowerment specialist, but I teach people how to revive and empower their dreams based on biblical principles
I
in a
love it.
nutshell.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And I love how you use the Bible not in such a dogma, you know, way. Like you're not the dogma type of person, you're more like a free person, but yet you believe in God, yet
Right.
you use the Bible. If you are so, even if you want me to say it or not, you are so powerful,
I bless
and you
God.
are
Thank
just yeah, you are. I love it. I love your determination. I love your ways of speaking and of doing things. And just now we were talking our little conversation, and you said people are so afraid to let go.
you. Yes.
So when should people, first of all, when should people know when it's time to let go of who they were, who they have been, their story?
Right. Um, you know what? I believe most people, if not all people, know when they need to release things. They know when they need to let it go. If you don't know, if you are, if your body is sick, if you are having headaches all the time, right? If you're having these terrible stomach issues all the time, if
Mhm.
you're just lethargic and you're just tired all the time, and or you're sad all the
Mhm.
time, or you're crying all the time, right? Um, and a lot of times the doctor will tell you that you need some type of a medication, because you're depressed or something of that nature. When a lot of times you need to release some things. You're holding on to some stuff. Your head is hurting because you need to release. Your stomach is hurting because you need to release. And I don't mean make a bowel movement. I mean, I mean let some
That
things
too.
go. You know,
Habits go. Let some
yeah.
habits go. Do you believe in the chakras? Do you talk about the chakras?
I no, I don't actually. I don't know much about any of those things. I've seen people who deal, with healing and stuff like that through those arenas. I am a strictly biblical person. I believe that a lot of the teachings that come from other places, most of those things, they come from godly principles with some other things, with them. But I just personally choose to just stick with biblical principles. So everything that I know, I learn, I understand, I get
From
it
the
from
Bible.
reading the scriptures. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I do all of it because of my background, right? And
Okay.
I really appreciate the Bible. I
Hmm.
really love the Bible because I grew up with the Bible. I grew up Christian and all these things.
Okay.
And I break through, becoming in the science. So now I really all about the organs. So when you say bowel movements, headache, I'm already putting it together with the Bible because I know the body is the temple.
Right.
So so I kind of put it together.
And I will say this, and I do, sometimes when, because of the world we're living in, um, people who sit in primarily biblical teaching places, we get a bad rep a lot of times because of church hurt and things of that nature, right? And I just want to say that I also understand that because it is a biblical principle, right? That our body is a temple. Fasting in any way is difficult, and it takes a lot of commitment, right? It takes a lot of determination. We can call it willpower if we want to, but when I decided, just one Saturday, I was sitting down and I just felt like God was saying to me, I need you to go on this journey, Angel. You need to go. I'm going to lead you into this sort of quote unquote wilderness journey. And I want you to go on this 40-day fast of no eating. Now, mind you, I had only done a maximum of 3 days of water fasting before, prior to the 40 days. So I was like, are you sure about that, God? I don't know about that. But I decided to say yes. So I said, okay. And even when I made the decision to do it, I told my children, I was like, okay, I felt like I needed to let them know because they're teenagers and we eat out and things like that. And I didn't want them to be offering me things and me just saying no, no, no all the time. I let my parents know, okay, I'm going to go on this journey. So if I'm not eating, I'm not being rude or anything like that. Just don't offer me any food. Okay. So one of my 15-year-olds, I have 15-year-old twins, and one of the twins, we were driving, and I said, I'm going to go on this 40-day fast, water fast, and I'm not going to eat anything, just going to drink water. And so my son says, Mom, you can't do that. Like, you're going to die. And I was like, I'm not going to die. I promise you I'm not going to die. And he said, even Gandhi only did 21 days. And I said, well, Gandhi is not Jesus. Jesus did 40 days in the wilderness and he was just fine. And he looks at me and he says, but you're not Jesus and you don't have that kind of power. That part. So I'm driving and it dawns on me that, wow, what a teachable moment. I know that God has called me
Beautiful.
to live the stuff that they teach in church and to show my children what it looks like to actually live what I teach them. So I
Mm,
said, you know what you need to understand is that Jesus said we would do what he did and even greater things. So I do have that kind of power and you have that kind of power. And you know what? It solidified for me. You have to finish this because he's watching you and he doesn't think that you, and because he doesn't think I can, then that also means he thinks he
he
can't.
can't.
Right? So for me, it was settled. I have to show my sons that whatever they can think to do, whatever the scriptures say they can do that and more. And so that was my push. That is the thing that just kept driving me, when I wanted to eat or when we were on vacation and they were eating and I wasn't eating and all the smell good foods and people are cooking and I just kept thinking to myself, if you quit, your son is going to feel like he doesn't have the power to do the things that he wants to do. He needs to see
Wow.
that mom can do it and he can do it. And in anything, I need my children to think, when they think about me, I need them to think, my mom can do anything she says she can do because she always does. Therefore, I can do anything I want to do because I see my mom do it. I need them to have that.
I need to know more. So some people don't know. The reason why I'm here is because not only of Speak Up Sis, you're very inspiring, but when I first, actually that wasn't the first time I met you, but the second time I saw you, you were talking about the 40 days. Was it the 40-day fasting?
Yes.
I
The
was like,
40-day water fast.
wow, this is someone I need to talk to. And when you say you did it because your son say, you don't have the power that like that, mom. You're not Jesus. Tell us about that. What pushed you? Not so much what made you do it, but how did you push yourself to get through 40 days? water fasting. Fasting, 40 days fasting.
Yeah. So exactly 40 days of any type of fasting.
For more information, follow Angel on her YouTube channel, Speak Up Sis, and on her Facebook page called Speak with Chick, which is her jewelry earring designer page. Then on her second Facebook called Angel Charmaine, she is a motivational speaker on there, and you can check out her website, angelcharmaine.com. Subscribe, like, and comment, and let us know if you've ever tried a 40-day fasting challenge and what were your results in the outcome and what you have learned and how did it help either benefit your life or help change it to see something that you have never maybe uncovered before.